Without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom, and no such thing as public liberty, without freedom of speech. This quote by Benjamin Franklin in his Silent Do-Good letters, published in the New England Courant in 1722, a founding father and an advocate for free speech, tells us how the free expressions of thought create wisdom through free expression of our speech as Americans. The use of government entities and other governing bodies banning certain literature in schools and society is a harmful way to constrict the information flow and free thinking. Today, you will learn about how the banning of books and other media is harmful to society. In a democratic republic like the United States, certain rights and authorities have been granted to us by our Constitution and our other founding documents. These rights have been enshrined in our founding documents, giving us, the American people, and anyone living here, to have a voice. Not only to speak and read and gain knowledge freely, but banning of certain literature, no matter the reader's opinion or on vulgarity of the topic, is going against what our founding fathers have set up for us to be a free and ever-growing society. I've conducted research into this topic and grew up as a son of teachers and feel the understanding of these free learning with no restrictions. Now, with these ideas in mind, let's look at the time where banning of books and other literature was the beginning of the downfall for an entire race of people. 6 years before the start of World War II, the Nazi Party were gaining traction within Germany. They used their, for a lack of a better word, evil thinking to control a population, starting early with the book burnings. The censorship to burn specific religious texts and political texts was a way to bring people together to hate and demonize a subsect of the population, mainly Jewish people. Information from the Holocaust Museum website shows that these book burnings, also coupled with speeches by Joseph Goebbels, Nazi Minister for Popular Enlightenment and Propaganda, began the effort to bring German arts and culture in line with Nazi goals. This was to teach and preach hatred towards non-Aryan people. Book burnings and an all-out ban on literature is one cog in the wheel to control and commit heinous acts towards a specific group of people. This led to internment camps, gas chambers, mass killings with unmarked graves, and the starvation and killing of over 6 million people. There was no free speech or a free-flowing expression of ideas in Germany at that time. A liberated Germany was the joint effort of countries that truly believed in that free expression and freedom. Countries around the world have a form of censorship on one way or another. About 8% of the world does not have access to the internet that is 100% uncensored. China is one of the most restrictive of them all. In China, there are more than 1 in 4 websites that are normally accessible through Google or other search engines is blocked through a 4-leveling filtering process. And the number of media websites that are blocked by Chinese government is 923. According to the New York Times, other countries in the world that you would assume to have free speech have a form of censorship online. In the UK, ISPs, or internet service providers, are voluntarily blocking websites that may lead to child pornography, whether there is a content on that site that would be illegal or not. Absolute freedom in what people consume and read about is crucial, even if the ideas are blatantly and majorly, quote, false. The problem with censorship, even of false ideas, is that it denies the ability of humans to critically evaluate about other ideas and having all the information in front of them to make a moral decision. Censorship advocates say that the unrestricted free speech is too dangerous and they have to draw a line. Who decides where the line is drawn, and how far are they allowed to go if that is the case? Power changes in this country like a seesaw. What gives any group in power the right to say who can say what and when, no matter what view of what is being said, causing the seesaw to tilt farther and farther to either side. The only absolute solution is to having a free flow of ideas and speech that is unrestricted access to information. Censorship has evolved over the past 25 years. It was the banning of certain ideas during the Catholic Church's reign in Europe, the banning of Jewish literature during World War II, to modern-day town squares or social media are being restricted on a daily basis. The push for good ideas and unrestricted access to those ideas will ultimately weed out the, quote, bad ideas and make society in the United States better as a whole, no matter what side of the topic you are on. Restricted access is the slippery slope into society that has a tipping point, and after that tipping point, there is no turning back, from an authoritarian government or entity controlling what you read and listen to, in turn controlling you. For that reason, the only solution is allowing free thinking and speech to an absolute degree. In conclusion, the evolution from scrolls to books to accounts being banned have never ended well with society around the world. As I stated before, the documents that were set up by our founding fathers when the United States was created were meant to stand the test of time. Free and absolute speech should have unrestricted access if it is not a call to action to harm anyone. A very important line that is the only absolute way to enshrine that no matter what your race, gender, sexual orientation, or religion, you can speak and read freely, with having every available option to you to make sure that the best and most moral way of living your life as you see fit. I'll leave you with this quote by François-Marie Aret Voltaire. I may disagree with what you have to say, but I shall defend to the death your right to say it.